Here are 2 ways to lace Puma Suede XLs so they slip on without the need for tying, including loose lacing and bar lacing. Timestamps for each down below. Let's get started. Here's how to loose lace Puma Suede XL. Start by taking a hold of your lace, and we're going to feed each lace end down into these 2 very bottom eyelets on either side from above, like this. So just pull that through. It can be a little bit difficult when they're new, but just keep going. And then we're going to swap to the other one, and we're going to do the same on this side. The very bottom eyelet down into it from above. You're just going to pull that through a little bit. Don't pull it through all the way, because there's a little trick you can do here with the lace ends. You can take a hold of them and make sure they're equal in your hands. Take a hold of your sneakers, and then you can pull that through, and it'll mean they'll come out of equal length. And obviously there can be little twists like this, but that's okay. Just take your time, undo any twists, and make sure it's looking really clean. Great. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next eyelet up from the bottom. So just find that, wiggle the lace end through, and then pull. I find if you wiggle the lace end a little bit in the eyelet, it'll loosen it up and make it easier. Then we're going to swap to the other one, take the lace end and just wiggle that through a little bit like that. Pull it through. Like this. Now you don't want to be pulling these laces too tight because this is a loose lace style. And you want to be able to get your foot in and out without the need for tying it up. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next empty eyelet. Keep pulling that through. It's looking great. Now at this point I just want to stop and let you know if it's going a little bit too fast for you. You can play the video on a half speed or you can pause, just go at your own pace. Great, now we're going to swap to the other lace. Bring it over and down into the next empty eyelet here, wiggling it through. Looking really good. Just want to make sure nothing's getting pulled too tight. Awesome. Then you see this little tongue loop here. On a standard lacing, you would use that, but with the loose lacing pattern, we don't. We just go as we've been going through because it looks a lot fresher and cleaner. So take this lace end and bring it into the next empty eyelet. Looking great. Then we're going to swap to the other one, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down to the next empty eyelet here. Awesome, looking really good. Gonna make sure those laces are sitting really nice. And keep a hold of this lace, and you guessed it, we're bringing it over into the next empty eyelet and down into there. Pulling it through. Then we're going to swap to the other one, do the same on the other side. Down into the next empty eyelet. Pull it through. Looking good. Then we've got 2 eyelets left. If your shoe size is bigger or smaller than mine, you might have more or less eyelets, but just keep going with this pattern exactly as I am. Bring it over the sneaker tongue, down into the next empty eyelet. And same with the other one. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next empty eyelet, like this. Looking good. Now on these, I've reached the top eyelet, and we're going to do something a little bit different when you reach the top eyelet. We're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over and up through the final eyelet from underneath this time like this. And we're only going to pull it through around about this much. Don't worry about this excess lace here. We'll deal with that in a minute. Instead, what we're going to do is bring this one over the sneaker tongue and down and up through this empty eyelet on this side as well. Pull it through around about the same. And then with these excess laces, what we're going to do is we're literally just going to tuck them behind the sneaker tongue like this. Tuck them down. So they'll sit out of the way and on top of your foot, and you'll be able to see the logo. which makes the look really fresh. Now those laces are super soft, they'll just sit on top of your feet and shouldn't bother them at all. Repeat on the other sneaker and you'll have an awesome pair of loose-laced Puma Suede XLs. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have loads of videos available for you guys. Thanks a lot! Here's how to bar lace Puma Suede XLs. Start by taking hold of your lace, and we're going to feed each lace end down into the two very bottom eyelets on either side. So just take one lace end and wiggle it through. Take your time. Pull it through a bit, and then swap to the other one. Smooth your lace out, and take that one down through the very bottom eyelet on the other side. Pull it through. And then take a hold of your two lace ends, put them together, hold your sneakers, and just pull. And what that will do is it will mean your laces will come out of equal lengths on either side. If yours haven't, don't worry about it. Just pause the video and take a minute to make sure they're nice and equal on either side before we carry on. Great. Then keep a hold of this lace. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up through the third eyelet up from the bottom on this side, if that makes sense. So skip an eyelet and take the lace end up through the third one up from the bottom from underneath like this, and pull it all the way through. Looking good. And then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side, which will be the third one up. So just take that lace end down through into there. Pull it all the way through like this. Make sure there's no twists and creases, and pop that out of the way. Then we're going to go back to our first one, and we're going to bring that lace end up through the empty eyelet that we've left here from underneath. So just take a hold of it, wiggle that through like that, pull it. Awesome. Keep a hold. Bring it over the sneaker tongue, and we're going to fill in this empty eyelet on this side now. And we're going to take the lace end down into that from above by wiggling it through. Looking good. Now, what you can do is play this video on a half speed or pause it as much as you need to if I'm going a bit too quickly. It's totally up to you. Go at your own pace. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace and we're going to bring it underneath that bar like this, just so it's got lots of wiggle room for us to continue on our pattern. And then we're going to do that again. We're going to skip an eyelet, and instead we're going to bring the lace end up through the one above that from underneath like this, making sure we're leaving one empty. Then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet from above to make another bar. Just pull that through. These eyelets can be a little bit difficult to get the lace through, so just take your time and make sure you're wiggling it and it'll be fine. Then we're going to swap to the other lace, and we're going to fill in these two empty eyelets by bringing it up from underneath into this one like that. And then bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the other empty one from above by wiggling it. It's looking good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this lace underneath here so it's got plenty of wiggle room. Now, what we're going to do is something a little bit different now. We have two empty eyelets left, and we don't want to fill them both in because we'll cover up the logo and it looks kind of better without that. So instead, we're going to keep a hold of this lace. And what we're going to do is just bring it up into the next empty eyelet from underneath. So we're not skipping one, just into the very next empty eyelet. And we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side to make a bar like this. And that'll just finish off the pattern really nicely without obscuring the logo too much. And then you want to bring these two laces together just like this, and we're just going to tie them into a knot. And that'll mean your pattern won't come loose. And then you can just slip that down under the sneaker tongue, and it'll sit out of the way on top of your foot, and you'll be able to slip your feet in and out of the sneakers without the need for tying them. Repeat on your other sneaker and you'll have an awesome pair of bar lace Puma Suede XLs. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have tons of videos available to help inspire you guys. Thank you so much.